Hey, welcome to Collide, episode 2. Here we are at the Inkwell Bakery and Café with Tracy Gates, owner and longtime Bloomington baker. Hi, Tracy.
Hey, Sam. How are you?
Good. So tell us a little bit about Inkwell, your story, and kind of your past experiences and your entrepreneurial journey.
The Inkwell's a coffee shop, bakery, and breakfast and lunch place. It's very simple food, and I think we just pay attention to the details of preparation. I got into this because I managed the bakehouse down the street, and when they went out of business, it just seemed like there was a void for a breakfast place on the square, and this became available.
Was it a thing that you had always been looking forward to and kind of stewing on for many years, or did it just...
No.
The opportunity arose and you jumped on it?
It was almost too good to pass up. But no, I was not looking to do this. Not at all. But I enjoy it. I had sold Yugo bars.
Yugo bars, another entrepreneurial endeavor.
Yeah.
These are not Yugo bars, but they're a similar item.
They're Inkwell snack bars.
Inkwell snack bars.
So I started Yugo bars with my former business partner, Rebecca. And we were both runners. And it was just a healthy snack bar. 3 months shelf life. Oversaturated marketplace that we got into. But we actually made, I thought, a very good product. Made some headway in the marketplace, had some success, and then she wanted to buy it, and I sold it, and took a little time off, started making Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts were kind of a missing link from between Yugo bars, and then you got into Pop-Tarts at the farmer's market, and then you jumped into here. Why don't we talk about sourcing? So coffee for one, and then what other stuff do you get locally, or how do you get that?
We use Hopscotch for coffee, and they've been a fantastic partner. We have a small supplier that's actually growing that we use for our bacon, our bread, and everything else that we do.
Are there any of the meats or dairy stuff? Is any of that local, or is it all?
No, nothing's local. Wisconsin.
It's just like pretty difficult to do that and keep the margins available, or?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, in my experience, yes.
What about like your past experiences at say the bakehouse or other restaurants that you've worked at?
Large kitchen, small front of house.
Yeah. And so what systems were you able to take from that and use here, or what did you not want to do? And how has that worked out for you?
We are very, very simple in the menu design, simple in, we don't offer a lot of sauces because it's hard to make a lot of sauces and keep them in stock. And because we have such a large stove, we decided that eggs was the way to go. And it's a teeny tiny kitchen, and so we try to do what lends itself best to the kitchen space. We didn't do soups. We just started doing soups because we had darn good soups next to us, and so now we're throwing in the soups.
And then you have a whole downstairs that's like the whole footprint of the building, basically, right. Which a lot of people probably don't know about.
Right.
So we might get a little bit of footage down there. What do you do down there?
So we have a walk-in down there. We have some freezers down there, and then we also bake downstairs.
So that's where the Pop-Tarts and the snack bars happen?
Yep. All the assembly happens down there. We make our own English muffins, and that magic happens down there. And if we didn't have the basement, we would never be able to bake.
Do you have like deliveries through that back door?
Yes.
Is that where delivery stuff happens? Is that like a nice feature? Have a back door delivery?
Yes, because we have very steep stairs.
Yeah. Have you learned anything about hiring practices? I mean, I know the restaurant industry in general is kind of a high turnover.
It's all about, like, we try to hire synergy. We try to hire the people that we want to work with, that want to be here, that really want to put an effort forward to do a good job. And that's one thing that I've learned is, it's like, take your time, hire the right people. Don't ever be in a panic.
Do you like require a lot of cafe experience?
No. Higher attitude, teach skills.
Nice. That's a good nugget.
Yeah.
Higher attitude, teach skills. Let's talk about just COVID if you want to or not. But how is COVID? It's It's not fun for anyone. How has that affected your business? And what have you been doing to adapt and read and react?
We closed in March when the state said that we had to close, and we reopened in August right before the students came back. So we were closed for 5 months. Wow. We did some little business nuggets in there. We did some porch deliveries, but it really wasn't, we weren't making any money. I think it was mostly just to keep me busy. I think when we first reopened, I had this ambition of opening the dining room. I thought, we could space this out, but I am so happy we never opened the dining room because it's hard to get people to, with all the bars where you can go in, you take off your mask. The rule is that you're supposed to wear your mask in the restaurant when you're not eating or drinking, but everybody just walks in with the mask on, sits down, takes their mask off. And it's just that's just a COVID spreader.
Yeah.
So that's a huge challenge. But the city's working with us on the outdoor seating, which is fantastic. That's been a godsend. And our numbers aren't great, but they're not the worst in the world either. So.
The city has supplied then these kind of orange barricade things.
Yep, they've done it for every business that's asked. So.
Oh, cool! Yeah. I didn't know about that. Turns out you're on the parking commission.
I am on the parking commission.
That sounds really exciting.
Super exciting.
How does that apply to you as a business on the square? Is there a conflict of interest, or is it really helpful to have that insider view, or how does that work? It seems like the main pushback against paying for parking is from the business owners on the square.
No, I don't think that business owners are complaining about parking. If they are, I'm not aware of it. Just a side note, if parking were for free, no one would move their car. It would be a parking lot. Mm-hmm. That's why you want to have parking, being charged for parking.
Yeah, well, my little 2 cents, my personal agenda of motorcycles is that I'd like to complain to a parking commissioner that there's exactly one motorcycle spot in the entire downtown.
Right over there in the corner.
I'm taking it up right there.
Right.
Parking. An exciting topic. We digress.
Yeah.
This is my favorite segment of the show. It's called the Distro Disco. How do people get what you do? So how do people get what you do? And that could mean the actual delivery of your actual product, mm-hmm. or also marketing and advertising and stuff. Because one of the things that I learned when running my own business was we can be doing the coolest stuff, but if no one knows about it,
right.
no one knows about it. And so, it was more about distributing your message.
Right.
And so what do you do? How do people get what you do?
The location, it kind of speaks for itself, because we do get all the visitors from the hotels, and we're on the square, so it's a fantastic location. We use social media a little bit. It's not my jive. We sell the blooming foods. We sell the hopscotch.
What do you sell? Your Pop-Tarts?
No, the bars.
Oh, the bars.
Yeah, just the bars. We've been in a few magazines for food magazines.
Back to previous experience with your Yugo bars, you did have a distributor, right?
We had a distributor, multiple distributors.
And did you like that experience? Was it worth it? Did it take too much of a cut? How did that work?
No, it was great. It was fantastic. But we were geared towards having, that was our business model, was to have a distributor. So we were constantly making bars. Here, in COVID times, it's there's a balance of how many people can you have working and still make money. So we couldn't even demo these. We used to demo bars all the time.
In your outlets, like in Blooming Foods and such?
Yeah, and in stores in Indianapolis. So we were just constantly doing that.
When you did that, did you as the owner, were you there? Did you hire a service to do the demoing?
No, we did it all. It was always us. It was just we're the cheapest thing going, so.
Yeah.
And we knew it better.
At the mill, we're always interested in product market fit. We actually have a podcast about it called Like a Glove, about fitting to your product to the market. So, yeah, in terms of product market fit, you said that this was kind of a reaction to the space is open, let's do it. What should we make in this space? Well, we got a kitchen, let's make eggs. So it's were you fitting the product to the market or the product to the function of the space?
A little bit of both. I mean, toast is and is still a super popular
avocado toast.
Avocado toast. Yeah. I'm amazed by how many avocado toasts that people love avocado.
I went to Los Angeles when I was in the height of I had a coffee business, and I came back and I said we went to a bunch of cool coffee shops, and I was like, the things that I learned are we need avocado toast and tall ceilings. And you got both, so you got that going for you.
That's it. And you know what? And I worked at a breakfast place for a really long time. So
you kind of knew what people were willing to pay for.
And also, I've been out to breakfast is my favorite meal to go out to, and I do like what we do.
So you're trying to make a product that makes you happy, and hopefully it makes others.
I want people to go, that was good.
Who's your target audience? Are you mostly students, or is it tourists?
Grad students, professors, anybody who visiting Bloomington, anybody. There are some people who come in and don't feel super comfortable in the space, and we had one person come in and they saw the sign, the coffee makes you gay. And she got real flustered and left. But yeah, I think anybody who's open-minded,
it's kind of funny when you make inviting to everyone, it still alienates.
Right, exactly.
Those who are not.
It's like you just can't win sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't drink the coffee then.
Yeah.
Just stay away from it.
We talked a lot of nitty-gritty details about your actual business, but hopefully some of them can apply to other businesses, even though you're not a tech startup or whatever, like maybe sort of tech folks and whoever other business owners, other similar cafes and stuff can also learn something from it. So, thanks again for your time.
No problem.
Do you have anything else you want to mention?
I think the most important thing that I have learned in all the businesses that I've been involved in is be flexible and don't add layers, and be ready to pivot.
Ready to pivot.
Be ready to pivot. So, and it's like if somebody knocks you down, you got to get up the next day and do it again. It's just like that is the hardest thing.
Cool. Yeah, I bet you could keep going with little nuggets like that of stuff you've learned.
That is my nugget.
Been doing it for a long time, yeah. Well, thanks again,
All
Tracy
right.
Gates.
Thank you.
Inkwell Bakery and Café here in Bloomington, right on the downtown square. And this has been Collide at the Mill at Inkwell, episode 2. See you next time.